Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today going to be looking at a Cheryl deck, looking for partners for Cheryl. And I thought Dracozolt VMAX seemed like the best option at 330 HP. It's very tanky. You need to survive hits, and which the 30 HP should usually do. And then it attacks for 1 energy, which you need to do that too because you lose the energy with Cheryl. So Spark Trap does 60 for 1 lightning, and then during your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if it's knocked out, you put 12 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So that actual revenge aspect is bigger than the initial attack. It's very important. And then we want to heal off, right? Our opponent hits into us, we don't get knocked out, we heal a whole bunch. And it just takes a long time for our opponent to get through us, and hopefully that gives us enough time to take our 6 prizes. So just attacking with the Dracozolt VMAX, a 4/3 line, and then playing a 2/2 Bibarel line, right? Industrious Incisors, draw till you have 5 cards in hand, and 1 Skwovet. You may shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, and then draw 1 card. So together, you see a bunch of new cards each turn. So a nice little engine, single prizers. So even if 1 Skwovet and 1 Bibarel get knocked out, they still have to get through 2 VMAXs, and that's what the goal. Make them work through 2 VMAXs with a lot of healing. It's not easy. Get into the rest of the deck and see what I put into it to try to make it go. Playing 10 basic lightning energy, I think this is enough. We're generally just attacking for 1 energy, so we don't need a lot of energy. Probably could cut it some, but the problem is the more you cut it, the harder it is to actually get even 1 energy into hand, right? Like 8 energies would be a safe amount. The question is, you might take a bunch of turns whiffing energy, and then you have a problem. So I'm playing the 10 there. You could consider cutting a slot or 2 there for something else. So what do we have here? Pal Pad, so put up to 2 supporters from the discard pile back into your deck. Some really important supporters. The first one is Cheryl, which is really what I wanted to build this deck around. So Cheryl, if you're not familiar with it, you heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon. If you do, discard all energy for the Pokemon that were healed that way. So outside of Skwovet, Bibarel's an evolution. If it's putting damage there, it heals it off. And of course, Dracozolt VMAX is an evolution. It heals off all the damage. It attacks for 1 energy. So it's exactly the type of Pokemon to pair with Cheryl. We have some other healing cards. Lucky Ice Pop. He heals 20 damage. And if you healed any damage that way, and then you flip a coin. And if it's heads, you put it back into your hand. So the discard pile, so you can use it. So you'll average a little above 30 healing per card. But sometimes you get those lucky rolls where you heal 60, 80, and your opponent is really, really unhappy. 4 nest balls, just get those basic Pokemon into play. 2 bosses orders, perhaps some more bosses would be good. We do have Pal Pad though, right? Because our opponent is getting damaged when they hit into us. Then they're retreating, they're switching out, and they're attacking with a different one. So we want to be able to finish off some of those Pokemon, so boss is helpful. 4 Path to the Peak. Our Dracozolt does not have an ability, so Path is very good there. 4 Ultra Ball, right? Search for Pokemon. It's evolutions. We need to get those. So Ultra Ball, how you do it. 3 Iono, right? Disruption, especially late game if our opponents got a bunch of prizes. And early on, just see some fresh cards. It is useful. 2 Fighting Au Lait. I like this card, but I got to say I haven't found it to be super successful in any of the decks I've tried so far. It's just super appealing, though, to me, because it heals 60. You can only use this card if you have more prizes remaining than your opponent, so that's the problem. Then it heals 60. So, like regular potion heals 30, healing 60 off a single item, very good. You have to have this in your hand the same turn that you are behind on prizes, and you have to decide this is the way you want to heal it, right? Like if you have a Cheryl that same turn, and Cheryl gets you more damage healed, you might want a Cheryl instead. And so I'm finding the Fighting Au Lait just isn't useful that often. So I don't know. Maybe I would cut it, but I still am trying to make that work, I will say. 4 Professor's Research, right? Discard, draw 7. Just really good for setting up. We got to get going early. So we don't, you have the engine pieces once we're going, but getting set up, this is as good as it gets, really. 3 Super Rods, get back Pokemon and energy. I probably don't need 3, right? I could cut that some. But it lets me be aggressive with discarding early on in the game, I will say. And then 2 switch cards. Maybe I should put another switch card in and drop a rod for a switch. Might be a good play, but I'll just leave the list the way it is now because I have played it and it has been pretty good. So, it's a Cheryl-based deck. Dracozolt was all over the place for a while, but people haven't seen it in a while, so they do tend to forget how to play things up against things. People's memory are short. So let's see what I can do. Can I show off this list? All right, let's see what we can do with this game. Would love to go first if I could, but going second isn't terrible with this deck. What's bad is if you get the V knocked out on turn 2 going second. That's the risk, right? If my Dracozolt V gets knocked out, if they can one-shot it on turn 2, then I'm in trouble. And some decks can do that, but a lot of decks can't. So, but I get to go first, which is what I want to do. Obviously, evolution deck. I want to. My opponent probably does up against Charizard. So, okay. I will take a mulligan, obviously. So mulligans happen a lot with this deck. Plays not a ton of basics. Just 1 mulligan. So, all right, a Dracozolt V starting, and that's probably the most important thing. A research for next turn, probably. Or an Iono. I just see 1 less card with Iono. We'll see what I draw into, right? Obviously, an extra card is beneficial, so they grab their extra card. That's okay. I play Path, so that's a plus for me as well. Lucky Ice Pop. That's fine. All right, so attach, end turn. So not a very exciting turn. Only 9 seconds, though, so very efficient in my turn, right? Less than 10 seconds for the turn. I did change the lists from what I presented at the deck overview. I went down to 2 super rods and added a 3rd switch. I think that's the right call. I think either way is fine. Maybe I need some other consistency cards. Getting set up sometimes isn't quite what I like. Could play, I don't know. I was just saying I could put Squawkabilly in to set up better, but all right. So what do they? So maybe is this? It's the Obsidian Flames Charizard. I mean they put EXP share on it though. Which is odd, right? That's an odd play. So Arvin, Pokemon, and Tool. So maybe put the Bravery Charm on the active. They want to discard energy to accelerate to Charizard. I assume. So it's a bit of an unusual build. All right, Luminous Energy. So I don't know what they use that for. We will see. We will see what this build is exactly. Accelerate energy there. Do I want to? I'll see what I top deck. Do I research or Iono? I Iono because it's not a bad hand. I'm not as desperate for resources, and there are decent cards, so I'd rather see some fresh cards. I may be helping out my opponent. They did grab that Charizard though, so okay, this is actually good too. Just setting up for my future turns as well, like that. And I have good set of supporters there as well. Cheryl, Boss, and Iono. Right? All very nice supporters for sure. See what they play here. So Mimikyu, which is immune. So that's awkward for sure. Okay. So they're going to retreat into Mimikyu. The problem is if they attack, they can't ever attack into me with Mimikyu, right? So what do I do here? I think I might take out the Charizard because Charizard's a bit scary. Pidgeot's actually scary too, right? I think I take out the Pidgeot maybe. Maybe I should start powering up the Bidoof. I think I will take out the Pidgey because they're immune to me, right? So I don't love that. Start powering him up because he might be what I need to do here. But I take out the Pidgey. I like that, right? So they don't have Pidgeot EX this turn. That's guaranteed. The Mimikyu is annoying. I will say that for sure. I do place the Switch cards, and I play Bibarel, so probably powering up Bibarel. It's a coin flip, right? It does 100 on a coin flip. Now, the problem is, if he hits into me, he's got nothing. He's knocked out, so he cannot attack me. I don't know if, so that might be, so Luminous Energy is partly for Mimikyu, but Mimikyu cannot attack me. Oh no, it can. Ooh, that's, all right, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right, so I'm going to bench a Skwovet because he's good. Right, so it's 100, but on a coin flip with the barrel. So I don't love the barrel, I got to say. So I'm going to Iono, and I believe, yeah, I still need to attack because, all right, do I play Path this turn? I guess I do. I kind of wouldn't mind waiting on it, but I will bench it now. Or play it. I think no, Iono's not bad, so I'm going to Spark Trap. It does 0, but if I get hit into next turn, right, they still, it's the effect stays, right? Yeah, so the effect stays, so they cannot attack me. All right, attack me, please. I'll be very happy, and it will probably, it will show an inexperience with Dracozolt, right? And this is what, look, Dracozolt was big for a while, and everybody knew what Dracozolt did. So the advantage of playing it out of season, so to speak, is people forget what it does. So hopefully, all right, so I might want to research. We'll see. If I'm lucky, they hit into me. I mean, I really hope they do, because that makes my life really good. And they do 70, but wait, oh, that's right. It doesn't hit. I forgot. I'm a silly goose, so to speak. Okay, so that's fine. What do I have in here? I have, so I'm going to get rid of research, and I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to get rid of Rod at this point. I think I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind healing, I got to say. Grab the barrel, because he's good, and I might need to attack with him too, right? Let me put some cards back. So, Boss and Iono. I don't want research at this point, I don't think. I can draw, but let me heal up some. If I hit Flip Tails, I can't use Skwovet, but I have the barrel, so it's okay. So let's see what I draw into here. So I do have Cheryl. I do have Boss. Boss seems better, right? So I'll take out another Pidgey, because that seems good to me, right? Pidgey seems good to me. I'll get another energy on to the barrel, so now I have the threat of I now can potentially take out the Mimikyu. Now, I might want to get down. I normally would not go for 2 barrels in the game because it is risky, right? Now, I'm down a Rod. I only play 2 Rods. I got to look to see, do I have the other barrel in deck? Do I have the other Bidoof and barrel in deck? But the reason why is the barrel's the only way to knock out the Mimikyu. Oh, or Skwoveting like 4 times, right? So I might Cheryl this turn, which isn't bad. I'm not going to retreat. Definitely not. I'm not retreating. So that's okay. Because that's just too much energy to discard there. So I probably... Do I Cheryl? No, I don't Cheryl. I'm going to... Let's see what I have here. Do I have... my other barrel's prized, huh? So, okay. So that's all right. I'm going to... I'm going to make the risky play, and I'm going to put down this Bidoof because I think I might need him to win to get through this game. In which case, what I want to do is, I think I want to rope. I want to rope. So, I mean, I want to switch. That's what I want to do. I don't want to rope because then I take out their active, which isn't good. Okay, well, I can't use Fighting Au Lait because I'm ahead. Let's give me something I can use, please. I could Cheryl, but I don't really want to Cheryl, do I? So I will... what do I do here? I'm going to attach to this other Bidoof. I'm going to attack because the effect still stays in play. So if they attack me with something else, which they could still do, right? Then the damage counters go on. I could Cheryl still. I still might Cheryl because I clear off the damage counters. I do play switch cards, and I haven't switched out yet. Right? I haven't played a switch yet. So I need to hit a switch card. And I will get to a switch card eventually. I think I'd Skwovet in Bibarel. Oh, Ionoing might not be bad either, right? Iono gets me. Iono gets me more cards too. I want a switch card. A switch card is what I want, right? So I'm gonna Iono. And then I can Skwovet, then I can Bibarel. And path stay. I'm keeping path. I like that. So I need to hit heads. I'm going to. I didn't use Bibarel's ability yet, did I? I did not. So I'm going to attach here because that's a good play too. I don't think I used my ability, so let me draw maximum cards. Yep, okay, good. And I could heal. No, I can't heal the active. It only heals the active. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to give me heads, and I am in really good shape here. So 50-50. Yes, that is big, right? So this is, hitting Mimikyu with the barrel. Don't love it. That's not the best feeling in the game, right? At all. But it does work. So there we go. That, because they might have another one. But oh, that's nice too. Another Bibarel, because if they play another Mimikyu, then now I have to be careful with Cheryl's because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I play 10 energies. Right, I have one more rod. I had 3 rods, and I changed the deck. Right, but I wasn't planning on having to attack with Bibarel when I made those changes. Right, so that's okay. That's okay. So I will, so it's not a terrible spot I'm in. Okay. I don't know. They should not have attached that additional energy there, right? I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't think that third energy made sense because they have EXP share, they have energies on the active Pokemon, they can get a fire energy there anyway. So it does 10. I can retreat and take the knockout. I don't love hard retreating, but I do play, let's see what I top decked. So that's good. I played 1 switch. So I think I want to thin this out. I will wait to attach that energy. I'm going to Iono. Maybe that was a mistake. They see more cards than me. 2 switch cards. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to send up the man with the HP. I'm going to use my ability. Okay, and no, I'll just sit on this. This is good. Because Path to the Peak's really good against this deck. I've taken out 2 Pidgeys, so they can move an energy, but he already has more energy than he needs. So they're getting over-energied on that Charmander, I think, unless there's something I'm missing out on this, right? Well, what's the Charmander from Go do? Is the damage based upon energies attached, and does it double? I know it doubles it, right? I think it takes 4 energies to do something. All right, so they bump past, so that's a good play for them. All right, so they're going to get their energies into play. They're going to be able to one-shot me, so that part is not good. Okay, so what do I do here? Right now it gets dicey because I cannot one-shot them. What did they just do? Did they accelerate? I guess they evolved and accelerate energy. Right? I don't know why they have 4 energies on that. I mean, because they attached them all, but they didn't need them, right? I don't think. It's funny the way the energies go into place. So they do 300. Oh, they missed the knockout. So that is huge, 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 huge. So I'm going to. All right, I'm going to get rid of some cards here because I don't need all these cards. That's what I'm going to say first. I want a Cheryl really badly, right? I want a Cheryl. So, yeah, I want to thin the deck because let's see what do I have? I have all 4 Cheryls. Okay. I have 3 energies. I need to hit Cheryl and I need to hit energy though. That's part of the less than ideal situation here, right? So I need now to Skwovet to go on the bottom. I could have switched, but I think, all right, so that's okay. That does mean I can Bibarel twice. All right. Oh, I hit Cheryl. I really like that, right? Oh, I'm going to lose all those energies off Bibarel, and that's going to kind of make me cry, isn't it? So, but this is the play I need to make, right? So, Cheryl. Oh, man, that's a lot of energy I just tossed away, isn't it? A lot of energy. Okay, so I'm going to toss all these cards, I think, because that's what I got to do. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I might miss attacking this turn, which I don't like. Don't like that at all. And I want to fail here. I can't Skwovet at this point, but that's okay. I already used Skwovet. But my point is, if I needed to use Skwovet, you don't fail. You don't discard that card. All right, hit my energy. So now, and I do have a rod left, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. And I do have 2 more energies in the deck. All right, do I want to get like boss or something back? I don't think I do. I think I just attack. So they miss knockout again, right? So that's part of the beauty thing. And actually, if they attack into my active, they've essentially lost the game because of the rebound, right? It does 120 damage to them. They're not knocked out, but they're down to 10 damage. So I just take them out with my active. So Cheryl comes through, Bibarel, Skwovet. I think I've made it this game finally stick. It's been a slow game on both players' hands. I played against Gardevoir, some winning, some losing, I will say. The one I beat, my opponent misplayed. The one I lost, I misplayed, though. I should have probably won. I certainly shouldn't have lost the turn I did. I made a mistake. All right, so my opponent passed the attack, which is understandable. This is I kind of like this hand here, I got to say, right? It's a good hand, so I think I'll just sit on this. Let's see, I could put Cheryl Boss back in deck too. So maybe I will thin slightly with a Cheryl and a Boss, which are both really good cards for me. And then I draw 1 card here, which is good. Obviously I want energies. Cheryl, okay, that's all right. I think I'll sit on this hand though. I'm going to attack. So now they're kind of in a worse spot because now if they attack, they actually get knocked out if they attack into me. So we'll see what they do here. They were looking to get a boss card. The problem is they have to do a lot of damage now to make it work. So they're Avering me. I'll get rid of you because that's okay. So Avery's not really effective to me. I mean, he's not bossing this turn, which really puts them in a tough spot, right? almost unwinnable. My problem is I don't have a lot of energy, but 14 cards. I have 2 energies, and I have all right, and I think they just lost the game. So maybe they just felt it was over at that point. So they didn't get top deck what they needed. So there we go. So my opponent kind of worked themselves in a box. They didn't attach Accelerate Energy the way I think they probably should have. Dracozolt is, yeah, it's a viable deck. You know, it's not the top deck around. It's not a top meta deck, but it's a lot of fun. I will say I'm enjoying playing with it, and I am getting wins with it. So don't be afraid to like pull out your old, dust out your old Dracozolt deck. You know, make some tweaks to it. You know, you always want to update it for the new meta, and there's been a bunch of new expansions out since Dracozolt was being played last. You know, when Palkia came out, I think is when Dracozolt was around because of the weakness factor there. But it's a lot of fun, and you know, if you have it, give it a try. Look, it's not a top meta deck, and if you don't own copies of the card, and you don't have a lot of resources, just, you know, you should think twice before crafting a ton of copies. But if you have it, give it a try. It's fun. Take care.